How do people know who is intelligent? By Lee Tae. Just as homosexuals have gaydar and Mormons have Mormdar, smart people have smartdar. Liveliness of mind evidences itself in countless ways. I noticed the gleam in my now spouse of 33 years' eyes the moment we met, even though she was just a lowly bookkeeper at the time. The essence is a sort of never-ending delight in the opportunities life affords to learn more, see more, connect more. The dual-witted have lists and algorithms they used to get by. Smart people have them too, but know they have them and never stop looking for more lists, more algorithms, and more connections. Connections others miss. When I meet someone and have a chance to converse with them for a bit, I can usually tell if they have something going on mentally in a short time. Longer if they are hiding their light under a bushel, but smarts are hard to hide. Edit ad. People who aren't smart have another problem. It's naturally harder to tell if someone is smarter than oneself. In the 19th century, a mathematician named Butler wrote a short novel, Flatland, about someone who visits a two-dimensional universe. There, he's perceived as a strange entity comprising one or more circular shapes, depending on how he is intersecting with that universe. Then he visits a four-dimensional universe, but can't tell how it's different from ours. We see this in how smart people are represented in movies and TV shows, where smart equals knows lots of facts, talks fast, and is socially dysfunctional. Which is weird because scientists and engineers representing certain kinds of smarts work in teams. So in fact, they are usually quite socially functional, at least in their work setting. But they do have a tendency to refuse to subordinate the truth to social considerations, which some would regard as socially dysfunctional. Thus, smart people can superficially seem, to non-smart people, to resemble mentally ill people who aren't smart, but who also don't behave in socially favored ways. And tendency of smart people to see connections others miss is often seen by others as dumb, as making connections that don't exist. It's a near universal human tendency to have an often unwarranted trust in one's own observations and conclusions, or intuitions, and to dismiss observations and conclusions that conflict with our own. This is why propaganda works so well. It panders to the biases of the target group. A study of the upbringing of geniuses, titled Cradles of Eminence by the Goodsels, found that geniuses often believe things society doesn't, but which society later comes to accept. They are ahead of their time. This is the real difference between geniuses and whack jobs, whose divergent beliefs are never accepted because they are just nuts. And smart people often think and say things that would be inconvenient if true. Thus, the rejection of global warming by a majority of Americans, aided by a propaganda blitz that panders to their desire not to have to make any changes in their lifestyle. Nobody likes a troublemaker. Updated on 14th December.